好，找了。
要知道就是我们之前拍照不好看。
What is that? Oh my god!
它也可冷啊。
滚石，你看。
I'm gonna take a video.
Exciting macaron, labubu, the monsters. These are the options. I want that one. I would have liked any of them. Okay. Oh, so cute! Oh my gosh, what a cute color! Yay! This is very cute.